on, geology class? Just hanging in my driveway, thought we'd talk about volcanoes. So there are three basic types of volcanoes. Now, the first one is high in basalt. So we talked about basalt back in the days of igneous rocks. So it's very fluid. It has a low viscosity, a low resistance to flow. It's hot, high iron, high magnesium, low silica content. Silica content probably in the 40s to 50s. So if this is like the Earth's surface, David, make sure you get this here. That's like the Earth's surface, and then you have like your magma chamber underground here, okay? And the lava comes out of the magma chamber and it flows out. And you get alternating lava flows. Those alternating lava flows build a volcano that's relatively flat, okay? It's alternating lava flows. And then you don't get big eruptions of lava. You might get lava fountaining out, okay? This is what you would get in like Hawaii or Iceland, okay? These are called shield volcanoes, S-H-I-E-L-D. So come on over here, David. Shield volcanoes. Now, in shield volcanoes, you're gonna get lava that's high in basalt, okay? So volcanoes like Hawaii and things of that sort. Now, another type of volcano, let's say we have our ground again, all right? And then we have our magma chamber underground. Now, what you'll get here is you might get a little bit of lava, but it's stickier lava. It's higher in silica, okay? So you're talking about andesite, rhyolite, things of that sort. Now, it's not always going to be lava. It might erupt a little bit of ash. And then you might get a little bit of lava. But again, the lava's sticky. It's not as fluid. It has a higher viscosity. You might get some ash or some more lava, okay? And before you know it, you have this volcano that's kind of steep-sided. So you get large eruptions, okay? These are what we call stratovolcanoes or composite cones. High in silica, okay? High SiO2, okay? We call these stratovolcano, okay? So think of like Mount St. Helens. Mount St. Helens, okay? Mount St. Helens is a stratovolcano, high silica. Now, the last type of volcano I want to talk about, okay, is also, actually let's go down here, is actually also high in basalt. So high iron, low silica content, all right? You got your ground, you got your magma chamber underneath, okay? And all this does is erupt just little bits of ash, okay? And then that ash just piles up, and ash and bits of lava called tephra. So you just have this loose pile of material. Now it can fountain out that loose material, okay? But the lava flow is actually gonna come out of the base of the volcano. So you have this big pile of volcanic cinders and things like that. It's not consolidated, it's not solid. So you have this pile of loose cinders. We actually call this a cinder cone. So the lava comes out of the bottom. You have this pile of loose material. A good example of a cinder cone would be actually Sunset Crater in Arizona, okay? So this one, you can actually stand from a distance and watch the lava and watch the material. This one, you can watch the lava fountain. We actually poked lava with sticks, because you can, flow. But this one, the stratovolcano, is extremely dangerous. This is the one that explodes. This is the one that, bury towns and kill a lot of people. The stratovolcano is the most dangerous because the lava is less fluid. And because the lava is less fluid, the pressure builds up and goes boom and explodes and causes global craziness. So there you go. I'm going to show you some pictures and videos of the various volcanoes. David, come on over here. Again, we have our stratovolcano, Mount St. Helens, high silica, so your rhyolites and your andesites. We have your Hawaii-style volcanoes, your shield volcanoes, basaltic, iron, low silica, very fluid, and then your cinder cones are just piles of rubble and the lava comes out of the bottom. And those are the three most common types of volcanoes. Later. Hey everyone, I just thought I'd show you some of my pictures of the three basic volcanoes here. So the first one here is Kilauea, which is a shield volcano. This is footage at night of the lava lake on top of Kilauea. The vent is called Halemaumau. You can see the red glow of the lava lake and the volcanic gases rising from it. It's a pretty spectacular view. So down the way from the main vent at the summit of Kilauea is Pu'u'o'o. And Pu'u'o'o is where the lava had been flowing out to the ocean. Now, I was fortunate enough with my wife to charter a helicopter to fly around Pu'u'o'o. Right here, you're actually seeing the summit of Pu'u'o'o. You're looking down, you can actually see the lava lake, and if you look really closely towards the middle there, you can see some of the red lava in the lava lake. So this is the actual summit. You could smell the sulfuric gases and things like that. It was just spectacular. So this next footage here is as we're flying from the summit down to the ocean. And here, you actually can see little orange dots in the lava. Those little orange dots are called skylights. As the lava flows from the summit out to the ocean, it flows through lava tubes. And sometimes the lava that was on top collapses and creates an opening to where you can see that lava. You can actually feel the heat coming off of it. Speaking of heat, this is the actual lava flow. One year we got to take our group out to the lava as it was flowing into the ocean. You could just feel the heat. It was actually melting the rubber on our shoes. It was pretty intense. And it was just amazing to be here and see that power of the lava. It's very fluid because of the low silica content. Now here it is. This is where the lava is flowing into the ocean, creating new land. I want you to notice how fluid the lava is. And you did not see any real steep-sided parts of the Kilauea volcano in all this footage. Kilauea is a shield volcano. Pu'u'o'o is part of that shield volcano. It is low sloping because of how fluid the lava is. Now the next type of volcano is the stratovolcano. I'm going to show you two examples. This is Mount Spur in Alaska. It is formed by the convergent plate boundary between the Pacific plate and the North American plate. So you have higher silica content. Now higher silica content makes lava that is not as fluid. And here you can see the footage from the airplane of Mount Spur itself. We flew around the summit crater. You could smell the sulfur gases coming off of it. And you can see that nice steep-sided structure of Mount Spur because the lava flows out of the volcano and it's very sticky. It's not as fluid because of the high silica content, and the volcano builds up nice and steep. The next example here of a stratovolcano is Cotopaxi in Ecuador. It's a 19,000 foot stratovolcano. It sits pretty much right on the equator and has glaciers on it year round. And again, notice that steep-sidedness of that volcano. This volcano is caused by the convergent plate boundary between the Nazca plate and the South American plate. This mountain is in the Andes. And here you can see all the alternating layers of ash and lava, ash and lava. When stratovolcanoes erupt, sometimes they have that sticky lava eruption, or sometimes they have a large ash eruption. Think of like Mount St. Helens. And this is why we call it a stratovolcano, because you can see the different strata and layers of that ash and lava. Now, as we were flying back to Quito, we got to see sunset over Cotopaxi. We got to see a little eruption. You can see the gas coming out of the summit there. And this has been the first time since it had erupted for 70 years, and we were fortunate enough to be able to witness that. So this next footage here is going up to the summit of Mauna Kea in Hawaii. Now, Mauna Kea is a shield volcano, just like Kilauea. But what you see as you drive up the road to the summit of Mauna Kea are these hills. And these little hills are actually cinder cones. In Hawaii, they call them pu'us. And a cinder cone, again, is formed by molten rock being ejected out of the volcano. And as it cools and falls, it builds up these piles of rubble. You can actually see some of the lava rock on the side there. So all these little hills are different cinder cones. This picture here is from Mauna Kea looking south towards Mauna Loa. You can see Mauna Loa there in the distance. And Mauna Loa is a shield volcano. Notice the low sloping sides. But in the foreground, you have some cinder cones that are on Mauna Kea. This next picture here is looking towards the north from the summit of Mauna Kea. And you can see again those piles of loose rock there, those hills, those pu'us. Those are examples of cinder cone volcanoes. So there you go, the three types of volcanoes: shield, strato, and cinder cone. Well, there you go. I hope you guys have a great week. Mac out.